Hey everyone, Matt here. I hope you're having a nice afternoon so far. Joe Biden was just out a short time ago in a pre-holiday press conference calling on additional stimulus and another round of stimulus checks early next year. I've gone through the entire press conference. I boiled it down into just a couple highlighted areas that we can discuss in this video. So let's get right into it. But hey, I just want to digress for a minute and say I sincerely appreciate all of you and your continued support here. I know that it's been really busy over the last week and a half, 2 weeks or so. There's a lot of content. I've been producing 2-3 videos a day lately, and I just want to sincerely thank all of you for your friendship, your support, and allowing me to come into your home on a daily basis, many times lately, a couple times per day. It's just so amazing to connect with all of you down in the comment section down below. I just read through all the conversations and really have just great connections. So, I mean, it means so much to me. I love reading your comments, so thank you so much. It's so awesome. So again, I really do truly appreciate it, and I just want to sincerely thank you for being part of this community and allowing me to be your daily advocate, or the underdog advocate. I haven't said that in a couple days here, but yeah, I'm still your advocate on a daily basis. So thank you for that. It means truly so much to me. I know I digress for just a minute, but again, I truly just want to say, it means a ton. So thank you. I appreciate it. Also, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Matt. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Again, thank you. All right, so let's jump into this. Joe Biden, like I said, he was just out a couple hours ago talking, and what's actually kind of funny about it, the majority of the time he was just kind of like bashing Trump. But either way, that's beside the point. But there was a lot of Trump bashing. I wish the politicians would just get along. I mean, seriously, they all need to work in the best interest of the American people, and rather than just bashing each other all the time, they should just figure out how to work together. I mean, it would be so much easier for everybody. But he was out in this press conference, and he was saying a few things. He thinks that early next year, we need to work on another stimulus package immediately. What's actually interesting about this is we've heard the same things out of Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Mitch McConnell. All of them have said that this current stimulus package that they just passed last night is actually just going to be a short-term bridge, and it's essentially just a down payment on the next stimulus package. Even Mitch McConnell said this. So even he recognizes, yep, we certainly need more relief, and we need it right away next year. So I think everybody knows it's coming, but of course we needed something between now and then, which is what brings us to this last stimulus package that they literally just passed last night. So, but in Joe Biden's press conference today, he called on additional funding for police and firefighters, in other words, state and local government, which was actually left out on the current stimulus package that they just passed. They completely left out state and local government. But he's calling on this saying, hey, we need to get some funding for the police and the firefighters who are literally losing their jobs as we speak. At the same time, he called on additional benefits for the unemployed. Again, calling on these additional benefits because the current situation that we're in, he's saying, is going to last much, much longer than just March 14th. And, I think a lot of us would probably agree, yeah, we're probably going to be in this for much longer than just 2.5 months from compared to where we are. So the current stimulus package that they just passed, those benefits go until March 14th. So they're extending those unemployment benefits out until then, along with that $300 boost. So I hope that all makes sense. He also said the current situation that we are in, the deepest and darkest days are yet to come. Again, this is something we've heard from many of the doctors, like the prominent doctors that we've seen on TV, making statements, speaking on the behalf of. They've also been saying basically the same thing. Like, the deepest, darkest days are still yet to come, which I think for a lot of us, we're thinking, seriously, can it really get much worse than this? If it does, that's going to be a bad situation for a lot of people. So, but yeah, once again, he said that. So one other thing that he said, this is interesting, and there was a lot of talk weeks and a couple months ago saying that day one he's going to have a nationwide mask mandate. Well, I didn't hear language about that, but rather he did say on day one, he's going to be asking Americans to step up and just everybody wear masks. It's not going to be a nationwide mask mandate, but rather he's kind of just saying, hey, let's all come together as a nation. There's 300 plus million of us here. Let's all just kind of come together. Let's work together and let's get through this so we can get on the other side of this thing and just move on with our lives. I think many of us probably want to go back to some sense of a normal lifestyle. It's been all fun and games for a while now. it actually hasn't been. But my point is, we're kind of sick of this. We want to go back to our normal lives. I think everybody can probably agree with that. One other thing here, too, is he mentioned another round. He was actually asked by a reporter, another round of stimulus checks, and he said, yeah, absolutely. We do need another round of stimulus checks. The reporter went on to ask him $1,200 or what? And he basically just said, that's up for negotiation. So he's open for more, he's open for less, he's possibly open for $1,200. But either way, he's absolutely open to the idea of $1,200 stimulus checks. I highly doubt he would go less than $1,200, but he's certainly open for negotiation, and he absolutely thinks that another round of stimulus checks is absolutely appropriate. And he actually went on to compliment and give accolades to Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley for getting the current stimulus checks in this current bill. I get it. It's $600. It's not a ton, but you know what? If it wasn't for Bernie and if it wasn't for Josh Hawley stepping up and kind of putting their foot down and demanding something, we could probably be sitting here having a totally different conversation saying, yeah, sorry guys, they gave us nothing. So I get it. $600 is not like going to help a ton of people a lot, but you know what? It's certainly better than the other conversation we could be having right now, which is, yep, they passed a huge package, billions and billions of dollars, but they have nothing for the people. So we have to kind of recognize that, yeah, there is a little bit of something. So I know there's a lot of controversy about the $600. I get it. I see the comments down below. But either way, I wish I could do something about that, but I don't have that authority. I wish I did. We'd add a couple zeros on that guy, right? That'd be pretty fun, right? Give everybody just a wad of cash. That'd be funny and kind of fun at the same time. Also, one other thing I want to mention here. Remember, I've made a couple dedicated videos about this, and this is something that came out, I want to say like 2 months ago. I've been talking about this for the last couple months now. I've made a couple dedicated videos, and that is the $200 boost for Social Security and SSI beneficiaries. Remember that? I want to talk about it. Joe Biden did not specifically talk about that in this press conference. However, this is something that Joe Biden has talked about before. It's in his stimulus proposal. So I don't know if this is still on the table for him or if this is something that he has just kind of forgotten about or what. But remember, in his original stimulus proposal that we were talking about, I want to say like 2 months ago, within there, he does have that $200 per month boost for Social Security, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, and I believe it was even VA beneficiaries. I would have to go back and look at that specifically. Again, I haven't talked about it in a while now. But again, he had that in his original stimulus package proposal. So it kind of makes me wonder, hey, if we get his proposal, are we going to grab that $200 boost per month for all of these beneficiaries? And another thing too I want to mention, I do see all the comments down below of you saying, a few of you being concerned like, hey, if we get the $200 boost, it's actually just going to hurt us more than anything because we will lose our SNAP benefits, we'll lose our rental assistance, we'll lose all these other benefits. I would have to imagine, again, I haven't seen the language. I don't know exactly how they would word this and how they would, put the verbiage in there in the bill on all of this. But I would anticipate there would be some type of language within the bill that says, hey, this is a short-term emergency boost of $200 per month for these beneficiaries. It will not be counted as income and it will not garnish other benefits. I would anticipate there would be something in there because what would be the point? Give you $200 so you can lose $200 somewhere else in benefits? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would they even waste their time doing that? And why would they? It simply would not make any sense. So I would have to imagine that there would be a caveat within the bill suggesting, yep, $200 boost for X period of time, probably through the end of 2021, and then it's just a short-term emergency boost. Just like the stimulus check. Remember with that, it's not counted as income. You don't have to claim it as resources. All of these things for a certain period of time. I would imagine that there's going to be language in there talking about that as well. I'm going to be watching this very closely because I know a lot of you would really benefit from the extra $200. So I will watch that very, very closely. Don't worry. I will keep an eye on that. But again, I don't think we're going to see anything about that until probably at least January 20th at the absolute earliest. So of course, he can show us his proposal all he wants, but can't really go into action or anything like that until the Congress looks at it and approves it. So I hope all that makes sense. I know I went off on like a little rant there, but I really wanted to hit that home because that's kind of a really big topic, and I know a lot of you are really counting on that. And I want you to know, I got your back. I'm your advocate. Don't worry. I got it. I will watch that for you very closely. I have my eyes on it. And for those of you who are thinking, dude, you're blind, you can't even see. Why are you looking at it? Put your ears on it, more like, yeah. Anyway, he also went on to say that there's going to be a mass just distribution and effort to get the 300 million people in this country vaccinated. Now, again, I get it. This is also another topic down in the comment section that there's a lot of controversy about this. Not everybody wants to get vaccinated. I get it. But he's mentioning basically, yep, there's 300 million people here. We need to get the majority of those people vaccinated, and then we can go back to our normal lives. From the numbers and the percentages that I was seeing, that I've been seeing this whole time, is basically they want to get 75% of the population here in the United States vaccinated. At that point, basically the other 25% can just kind of like get by. It wouldn't really matter at that point. I mean, it's still going to matter, but what I'm saying is they want like 75% vaccination across the population in the country, and I feel like that's when they feel like we're kind of good to go at that point. Well, that's a ton of people. That's a lot of people, hundreds of millions of people to get 75% of us vaccinated. So anyway, certainly an interesting press conference. Again, nothing can really go into effect until after the inauguration, January 20th. So basically a month from now, a little less than a month from now, until any of this can really go into action. But certainly noteworthy, something we want to bring to your attention and keep an eye on. But I think I would be very confident to say that we will get more stimulus checks next year. And I think it's probably going to be more around the $1,200 range. So that's just kind of my bet. I'm not willing to put a bet on that yet, but maybe in the next few days here, I'll throw down some money and throw a bet on that and, do some kind of big giveaway or something like that if I'm wrong. So hopefully I'm not wrong, because realistically, it would be more lucrative for everybody here to actually get a stimulus check versus me giving away a couple $1,000. But anyway, have a nice evening, everybody. If I have anything else, I'll be back later. Other than that, I'll catch you again soon. Stay safe, and thank you so much for your continued support and friendship. I'll see you later, everybody. See ya.